Hey guys, welcome to Modeling Insanity TV. I'm Rob Riv, and in this video I'll be building and reviewing the new 1/16 scale 3D printed tracks for the Sd.Kfz 250 from PanzerWerkDesign. Alright, as you can see, the tracks come packaged in a fairly large cardboard box. And like all PanzerWerkDesign products, everything is well packaged and secured to help prevent damage during shipping. Inside the box we have 3 storage containers and a very well made instruction sheet showing how to assemble the tracks. Here I'm taking a look at the instruction sheet. This is one of the best instruction sheets I've seen when it comes to assembling 3D printed tracks. The first part of the sheet shows how each part is assembled, as well as what side to place pin A and pin B in, as well as its placement. The second part shows how to properly attach the track pad. I'm first going to take a look at the tracks. They are placed in a plastic Ziploc bag with the foam pad on the bottom of the container to add a little extra protection. Taking a closer look at the track shows how well printed they are with no evidence of imperfections or layer lines. And the holes where the track pins go also have no visible obstructions. I'm going to now take a look at the track pads. These two are packaged in a Ziploc bag with foam padding for protection on the bottom. These pads are amazing in my opinion, as PanzerWerkDesign has perfectly replicated different worn patterns on them. So there will be a realistic varied worn look to each track. Next, I'm opening up the box containing the track pins. Pin A and pin B are labeled and separated in their own Ziploc bags. These pins have lips under the head of the pin, which will friction fit perfectly into the track holes. Okay, now I'm going to assemble the tracks. I'm sure no one watching this video wants to see someone make 2 entire track runs, so I will be only showing some parts of the assembly, which will be enough to show how these tracks go together and how to properly place the pins and track pads. Here you can see in the pop-up picture how pin B is supposed to be placed. Make sure to align the track holes to allow the pin to be inserted properly. Using a tweezer, pin B is inserted into the track with the loop positioned at a slight angle. Unlike pin B, pin A has a guide just under the head of the pin that corresponds to a small gap in the track. This king will make sure the tracks are inserted in the correct way. Just a little push with the tweezer and the pins click right in. Once the pins are in place, they will be difficult to remove. So make sure to have pin B to the outside of the track and pin A to the inside of the track. Trust me, I made a few mistakes and yelled out a few Rob Riv expletives while correcting them. It took 37 track links to make one full run for the Werk 250/1A. So to make things easier and quicker, I first assembled the tracks in pairs, then made runs of 4, then 8, and so on until I had enough tracks to make the appropriate track run. Here I'm combining some more track runs, following the same steps as the ones just shown, making sure the pins are on the correct side and also in the correct direction. The ease of assembly is very relaxing and satisfying, and these tracks are the gold standard in 3D printed tracks in my opinion. Now we will attach the track pads. The tracks have holes on them that correspond to small pins on the base of the track pad. Just line up the holes and the track pad clicks right in. Here I'm attaching more track pads. The instructions do indicate that you can add a few drops of CA glue to the bottom of the track pad to ensure it doesn't get knocked off while handling them, but I did not use any CA glue during the assembly of these tracks. Here you can see how great these tracks look when the track pads are attached. Now that the track pads are all in place, I'm combining the track runs so they can be test fitted to the Werk drive sprocket. And the tracks fit the drive sprockets perfectly with no adjustments needed. As you can see in this picture, a perfect fit. I'm now attaching the tracks around the suspension of the 250/1A. Using a pair of tweezers, I am lining up the holes with one tweezer and then inserting the track pins with the other. And once in place, they work and look great. These tracks were very easy and fun to build, and I highly recommend them and other PanzerWerkDesign tracks and products. And we are going to end this video with some in-progress and finished assembly pics of the tracks. All the details are in the description below on how to purchase these tracks, as well as other products from PanzerWerkDesign. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Also, you can listen to me as well as my fellow co-hosts on the Modeling Insanity podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and other podcast hosting companies, as well as the Quarter Scale Madness podcast, which focuses on everything 1/48 scale and quarter scale models. You can also read and see the full review of these tracks in the June issue of Military Modelcraft International. And as always, feel free to message me anytime on my Facebook modeling page at Rob Riv's Modeling Insanity. I also want to thank PanzerMac from PanzerWerkDesign for sending me the tracks to build and review. I hope you enjoyed this product review, and I appreciate everybody watching, and keep an eye out for more full build videos and how-to tutorials coming to the channel very soon.